Earth always going through some changes, but it does seem that in some areas there is an acceleration in terms of things happening. Now, there's always volcanic activity, there's always earthquakes, there's always severe weather. But the way that some of these things are happening is raising even more questions. And then the timing of how quick some of these things are happening back to back to back raises even more questions. But one thing's for sure, what we've seen here recently are record heat waves across the globe. Here in the United States, we've hit extreme highs. And they have stated that here recently, in July, that the warmest temperature ever recorded on the planet was recorded in Death Valley in the United States. That shows you just how hot things are getting. Let's not forget that many states have been facing these scorching temperatures for weeks now. Areas in Europe seeing the same. So it's not just a United States thing. On Saturday, they were saying they were teetering on the edge of declaring it being the hottest day ever in Europe. We also have the extreme droughts that are ongoing in Australia. And things are so hot in North Korea now that the government has declared an unprecedented natural disaster because of the heat in North Korea. California, you can see the wildfires all across the region, brought on by these dry conditions. And they're saying at this point, 15,000 personnel on the lines battling 18 large blazes across California, where the fires have consumed over 559,000 acres. And in the midst of this, these Firenadoes spinning up, and the largest ever seen. They're saying that the Firenado that just ripped through the region in California had packed 143 mile per hour winds. Now, these different experts were talking about the size of Firenadoes, and they're saying that this is definitely the largest. It's unprecedented. They've never heard of one of this size. So it stunned even the experts in terms of the magnitude. Was it equivalent to an EF3 tornado, the winds with fire out here in California? So it's made for a hellish situation and scene here. And as I said, scorching temperatures across the planet. And it doesn't look like there's any relief in sight here in the coming weeks ahead, as most forecasts are predicting similar weather patterns with these hot temperatures. And the conversation seems to always come back around to what is the responsibility of man in terms of this. Of course, we're dealing with this, and on one side of the coin, you always hear, coming from certain agendas, that it's the carbon dioxide and everyone's to blame and too many people and that whole route. But on the other side of the coin, there is, okay, we know they have the technology to make it rain. They were doing this with cloud seeding back in Vietnam, for crying out loud. It's there. How come we're not seeing this deployed en masse in situations like California right now? Steps taken to do good things. There is a lack of seeing good things on this planet, period. Got the technology, got the know-how and all this, I'll just let it burn. It's almost like they want to keep that out of sight, out of mind, because once the whole world realizes just how far they can go with manipulating weather, well, questions just like that are going to start to arise en masse, and they should. Common sense questions and statements being made by the people. It has to happen, because if not, they're going to continually point the finger at you. See? But this is where we sit right now here on planet Earth, and I can only hope that with the technology we have, righteous individuals out there make the right moves, sending us in the right direction to help prevent things in the future and to fix the problems that we have right now. And like I said, a lot of things could be done right now, and it seems no one's doing anything. It's just adding fuel to the fire, so to speak, you ask me. I'll leave a link to an Underground World News Live Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on Dabu 77. Peace.